Okay guys, welcome back. So we're fresh off our first start on the PGA Tour since lockdown.
Yeah.
We're delighted to have golf back. I think everyone over the weekend was just enjoying having something to watch on TV.
I forgot how much I like watching golf on Sundays. It's really nice.
I've notoriously been someone who maybe doesn't watch too much golf unless it's a major or a big competition or there's a lot of buzz about it. I was watching, especially Sunday. I really enjoyed it. See who's playing well and that sort of thing. And you know, for me, the story that just kind of captured the whole week was how far Bryson DeChambeau was hitting it.
I don't know how anyone could ignore that. If you're into golf,
Yeah.
even if you're not into equipment, you've got to be curious about like what is he playing, how is he swinging, what is he doing in the gym. Unique approach and probably the most unique bag of clubs, safe to say.
Still
No one
easily,
plays no one plays anything even remotely close.
No.
So today we're going to start with the crazy Texas REBAR iron shafts.
Yeah. So Bryson was a fellow X7 user
Right.
prior
Is that
to,
what he used it for?
Prior to using the Texas REBAR shaft. So he was using those, and obviously he plays his one length clubs. So he was looking for basically a shaft that would allow him to minimize any amount of deflection as he worked up the levels of speed. And you know, this is stiffer than any steel shaft on the planet.
So give me an idea. You did a little calculation during our live.
So this came out grip off CPM at 345. X7 for us came out at like 330, 332.
Right.
So it's quite a lot stiffer.
It's stiffer.
Quite a lot stiffer than X7. So, you know, certainly up over 10 on the rifle scale.
So this is basically the stiffest iron shaft that we've ever had in the door by some margin.
Stiffest iron shaft, I would probably argue, that's ever been made.
Yeah, crazy.
That's ever been certainly played on any professional level. So, yeah, I mean, you know, the questions are, what comes with that? Is it dispersion? Is it more control? Is it less? You know, whatever.
It's the
that
why
is.
of it, right? I think
Definitely.
that's what we're curious about.
We've done a little modification on this one. We've put a bigger grip on it, trying to simulate kind of what Bryson does with his Jumbo Max grips. We've put a Jumbo CP2 with 4 wraps under there. So pretty substantial grip-wise.
Yeah, close to his Jumbo Max type deal.
Exactly.
We don't have his exact iron set, but we've gone with the Forge Tech Cobras because they're close.
Exactly. So, you know, for right now, all we know is the raw weight of the shaft was 122 grams.
Yeah, I expected it to be heavier.
Yeah,
I did too. So it's more of the stability, I guess, story than it is of a raw weight story.
Yeah. And when you look on the wall thickness and things like that of the shaft, Matty, there's, you know, the thing is seriously beefed up.
Well, why don't we hit a couple shots?
Let's hit a couple. Get your feedback. I want to hear how you feel with it. I want to see how the numbers obviously start to shake out.
Yeah. That's good.
That's a lovely opener, Matty boy. Great looking flight. So we've modified the loft and lie on the Forge Tech. The loft is 28, the lie is 60 and a half.
So quite flat.
Yeah.
And a bit weak.
Yeah. We're using Bryson's golf ball as well, Matty,
That's
for
right,
the
the
purpose
BX.
of the exercise.
Tried to make a bit more of a Bryson-y swing there. Interesting.
Nice little shot. Sort of pattern starting to establish itself.
So give me an idea of what, on paper, obviously this is not something you're going to fit someone for. I get that. In his mind, he's thinking, the stiffer it is, it's not going to move as much. My strike pattern should stay in the same spot.
Yeah.
I should get, like, dynamic lie shouldn't move around.
Yeah.
Is that basically what he's trying to do?
Yeah, it's exactly. So he's trying to minimize the deflection, the variables. Not too dissimilar from what Carsten Solheim was trying to do with the original shafts and the Ping I2 irons. He made shafts. I think it was like a 90-gram double X in the original Ping I2 irons.
So light and super stiff.
Absolutely, trying to eliminate the variables that come with shaft deflection on either plane.
Which is completely contrary to what you do in a fitting. You're trying to pick a shaft that works for you, kind of helps you do what you're looking to do.
Any of the people I chat to about, you know, gears and deflection and Enzo and stuff, most people have kind of said to me that they feel like super soft is good for no one.
Okay. So actually, we should be biasing towards.
We should
stiffer.
be biasing towards stiffer.
Really?
Yeah. Weight maybe, you know, is obviously a variable, but you know, no one like ladies flex, you know, super soft. Good for just about no one.
Interesting.
From a deflection standpoint.
And that's the raw data. Obviously, the player's feel is a different avenue.
Lots of people sort of thinking that, you know, they need the shaft to create energy. They need the shaft to create deflection and kind of add loft, etc. You can get all those things statically. You know, I'm watching your efficiency. Very rarely with your irons do I see your efficiency in the 140, 141 range.
It's definitely high, isn't it?
It's very, very high.
I mean, we can probably hit a couple with my 6-iron after if you
Yeah.
just want to compare them.
Sure, it'd be a good idea.
So far, I would say, as ridiculous as this seems, I'm not noticing it being overly stiff.
Yeah.
It feels quite fine. And your theory, which I think makes a lot of sense, is the grip is quite large and soft.
Yeah.
And I think
It's masking a lot of the stiffness.
the actual feel of it is
Yeah.
very, very different.
It's one of those things with a CP2, you know, is, you know, we talk about cheating the feels for players. You know, one way we can cheat the feel of the stiffness of a product is to absorb a lot of the vibration, you know, through the grip, and CP2 does that an awful lot. So
this is effective.
yeah, you're getting the feedback from the grip, you know, more than the shaft at this point. It sounds really good.
Yeah, it does.
It really sounds good.
Kind of a nice pairing with this head too.
You were probably, like everyone else who's watching, you're probably thinking, oh, Matty's going to struggle, you know, even if as quick as Matt is, like he's probably going to find this one step too far.
Yeah.
Not a bit of it.
He's going to block them all, or he's going to hit them short.
The results are great. I mean,
I'm actually a little bit worried about hitting my own 6-iron because I'm
look at the
sure if I'll hit 'em as
little
well.
dispersion circle you've got going on.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
we just,
obviously,
4 straight shots. Spins a bit low from the
spins
head,
a bit
probably.
low. That's more of a loft issue.
Yeah, it's a hotter head. I
Well,
play
yeah.
my iron 2 degrees weaker than that. So, well, why don't I pop a couple of mine and then you can get into the numbers a bit.
Let's do that. Go on. Turn. Yeah, you're having a hard time turning this one over
I'm
now.
actually fading mine quite a bit. Interesting, eh?
All right, Matty boy. So in order to give you a little contrast on the feel of the shaft, we've taken away a lot of that cushion from the CP2 Pro.
Definitely.
And popped on the Z Cord, probably the firmest feeling grip out there.
It's night and day.
Different.
Night and
It's a
day.
different club altogether,
Definitely.
isn't it?
Bad.
It will be interesting to see if there's and you know, not to preempt on that's the first shot, but if there's a shape difference when you go to a smaller grip as well.
Turn it over a bit
Yeah,
more.
because you definitely weren't turning the bigger grip over.
No. Yeah, it's really changed the way it feels for me. I kind of don't like it now.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it with the big grip, but now I kind of feel like I'm not making. I mean, it's consistently doing the same.
Yeah, very
strike.
consistent on the contact point, but your face angle is very inconsistent.
I feel like I'm really thinning it now. It's funny. That's the best swing I made. I still feel that it hit the low toe.
It sounds thin.
Yeah, I'm really struggling to hit these as solid, which is pretty interesting, just the grip difference.
That sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay. Feels pretty much like what it did the first time, no?
Yeah. All right, Matty boy. When you changed over to the Z Cord grip, we done that more just to see if the feel of the shaft would change. What was
Yeah.
your sort of thoughts on that?
I think it's exactly as you described it would be. It definitely changed the feel entirely. Felt much more stiff and harsh, kind of
Yeah.
things you'd expect.
Yeah.
Contact with the ball, I felt a lot more vibration. I think
Yeah.
this again, did a really good job of masking it.
It masks that a lot. Now the graphite will mask that to a degree as well. Obviously, from a material standpoint, it will distort vibration more than steel, and then you compound that with a grip that is a lot thicker, a lot softer.
I kind of see what he's on about, though, to be honest. Like this combination of super stiff shaft, soft grip to get the feel back to where you want it. I think my strike pattern was quite good. I didn't stray much with it.
No, it was good. So you hit it well.
Hit it well.
You really hit it well.
Didn't hit the Z chord great. So I would have dismissed it for sure.
Yeah.
If you didn't put this grip on, I would have dismissed it. But with this, I actually think it's quite serviceable.
Yeah, that's a good point. So if we just went with a regular grip on there for you, not went the Bryson route, trying to put a bigger grip, it might not have felt quite as good.
Would have skunked a bunch out there and gone, not for me.
Yeah.
But in this configuration, I wouldn't be upset with it.
Cool. Very cool.
Any sort of cool takeaways you found from the numbers that you wanted to highlight?
A little kind of note. I mean, ball speed I would attribute most to loft.
Yeah, the 2 degree stronger loft is going to be why it was faster.
Yeah, but we did see a wider gap than the 2 degrees of static loft dynamically, which was interesting. I mean, 4 in the case of the Z chord.
Yes, true enough.
You know, probably a lot of that feedback you were getting that you didn't like was because you were catching it toe side with the Z chord grip.
Yep.
Dynamic lie angle, there was some influences there on that, even though the clubs are the same, so the club is drooping less.
Crazy.
Yeah. So again, all the things that Bryson's trying to do is certainly doing that.
I think we can, if nothing else, call this, it's plausible. It's not as crazy as people might think. I mean, he's got some crazy stuff in his bag, but that shaft, I can see it in the right build to a person's preference. I can see that there's a market for some version of this somewhere. I know.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see maybe even like an AMT version of it. Where the stiffness is up there, but it ascends from a weight standpoint. Be interesting to see that in a conventional set of irons.
Because that's different. This has been made to be single length.
Yes.
So they would need to create a product that wasn't single length before it became a normal.
That's right. Effectively, they've only had to create a shaft.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
one shaft.
Just one shaft for Bryson. So
cool.
It'll be interesting to see how his philosophy on that stuff evolves, whether he decides to have multiple lengths in there for different jobs. I wouldn't put anything past him at this point.
He's willing to
try
try
to
it.
Think out of the box. All right, guys, that's the Texas Rebar by LAGP. Big thanks to Addison for sending that to us, pal. We really appreciate you getting that to us. We know how unique these are. I mean, they're literally straight out of Bryson's stock.
That's true.
Or the stock that was used to build Bryson stuff. I'm sure he's really happy with the stuff right now, and you guys are replenishing that. But thank you for that. That means a lot to us to be able to get some to test.
Yeah, we appreciate it. This was fun.
Yeah, good. All right, guys, stay tuned for more this week. We'll see you again soon.